all who come to this happy place, welcome.
What is it about Disney that makes us happy? Is it the magical whistle as your ticket is scanned at the main gate? Is it the seafaring smell of pirate water? Or is it charting a course to a land where you may never grow up? Whether it's singing a familiar song, watching a movie, or riding your favorite attraction for the 100th time, Disney undeniably has a way to warm our hearts, believe in magic, and bring joy into our lives. This is Main Gate Magic, a podcast where we break down and discuss the infectious happiness, delight, and thrill of all things Disney.
And beyond!
There we are. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting, magical, fun-filled episode of Main Gate Magic. It's Tuesday, it's the end of May already. Ryan, you and I were talking about this. The time is getting away from us. What is happening? Is there something cosmically happening, or is it just getting old?
So my coworker and I were joking that, whoever's running the simulation is doing a time experiment. Can we slow or speed up time and wonder if people will notice? Because she and I had the very same experience on two completely separate days. One day was exceptionally slow, even overnight. We felt like we slept for hours and it had been 2. And then Wednesday just took forever to be done. So whoever's running this, experiment complete, we're done, we're good.
Maybe it's the 3-day weekend, because did you have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off?
Well, yeah, but this was last week.
Oh, okay.
That we're
All
having
right.
this experience. So fairly normal week, just like, what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, and I'm just kind of speaking in general too, because even though I work from home, I don't have to commute anywhere, which is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, if anybody gets the opportunity to do that, I highly recommend it. I don't know what happens. I mean, like I always find myself, doing things to keep myself busy here and there, and it works, because before I know it, I look at the clock and it's already halfway through the day, and I'm like, where did the time go?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thomas, welcome aboard. I'm glad you got everything up and running. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, welcome. So
Bye.
today we are just talking Disney stuff. I got a few updates here and there. No fancy presentations, no music or anything like that. Just good old-fashioned Disneyland updates, movie updates, maybe some television show updates or something. And of course, if anybody has any questions in the chat that they want to ask us about Disney, Disneyland, our opinions, our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, which we've gone over in one episode before, feel free to drop a comment. We've already got Steve, Expedition Steve. Why are you watching our show? You are at the happiest place on earth. Why are you watching our show? He says, what do you want for dinner from Carthay, JB? We're all eating now. Now you're not eating because you're watching our show. So I pulled up the menu. So guess what? We're going to start off this show the right way. We're going to actually share our screen and see what's on the menu from Carthay Circle at Disney California Adventure, everybody. So what do we got here? We've got starters. Bluefin tuna. Holy cow. I've never had bluefin tuna before. Well, looks good, guys. What do you think?
I've eaten there once, but it was during COVID and the prices have gone up.
Oh gosh.
Slightly. Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah,
Oh, they
this is
can
one
do-
place that I haven't eaten.
They can do shareables. Now, I have a question, Steve, if you're able to answer, in the chat, but are you guys doing like the dinner upstairs, or are you doing like the appetizer thing in the lounge downstairs? I'm guessing he's having dinner, but tell us what you're doing and what looks good to you, because I'm thinking the slow braised pot roast looks wonderful.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
pot roast. Yeah,
I mean, you can't go wrong with pot roast.
yeah, especially at Disney. Hopefully,
Yeah. They serve it in multiple places, don't they?
yeah, they do.
They even have kids appetizers, seasonal fruit with honey, yogurt, and granola.
Ooh.
Penne pasta, honey baked ham. Holy cow. I haven't eaten dinner yet. This is killing me.
I mean, filet mignon for the kids?
Yeah, I guess so. I know.
I
Cuckoo.
mean, I had some Panda Express on my keyboard. Doesn't compare.
I know. Oh, I don't know if I want to talk about Panda Express. I had that on Friday night. Lisa wasn't hungry for dinner, so I just ordered something and I got Panda. I had a craving, was sick, stomach sick all day
shoot.
Saturday. I think I got food poisoning from them.
Oh,
Never
no.
happened with Panda before.
Shoot.
Yeah, and we'd eaten from that particular location before, just DoorDashed it, and it was fine. But I don't know, for some reason there was something in the menu there that just killed me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So hey, Steve, I'm going for the slow braised pot roast that includes English peas, tender radish, ricotta cheese, polenta.
Yeah.
Sounds
And
yummy.
Steve, since you're treating, I will also get that and some tempura fried shrimps.
Ooh, yes. Make it 2, Steve. 2 of those things, okay? We're gonna
Yeah.
no sharesies.
No shares.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. Enjoy dinner, Steve. And so yeah, most of the gang at Signs of Amusement are actually at the parks today. That would be Steve, Shaz, Sam's there as well. I don't think she's normally on the show, but she's definitely a friend. And there's a couple other ragtag friends along with them as well who are down there. I am so jealous because I wasn't able to go in May. And this is their trip now, so they get to have a good time. So yeah, good for you guys. And he says, yeah, too bad you guys aren't here. Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in, Steve. I appreciate that. Brandon's in the house, says, sup dudes and dudette. Yeah, so in case you guys haven't noticed, we are short a few people tonight. Leia is doing Leia things, and Ben is off doing Ben things. Hopefully they'll both be back next week. Andrew says, greetings from the dark side. May the force be with you, Andrew. Good to see you, buddy.
That's perfect. That see, Andrew Nelson said that because I was already thinking like Leia and Ben are one with the Force, and they have both Star Wars names. So then see
Yes.
Andrew Nelson.
I never pieced together Ben's name for the show. That's hilarious. Yeah, we got a Ben and a Leia for Star Wars. That's great. I love it.
No
Didn't
Thomas
even
or
see
Ryan
that.
yet, but we're Jason.
Yeah.
You know, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, we're OCs.
Shamim's in the house, says, hey, everyone. I actually have some exciting news that I'm going to help promote for Shamim.
Shamimers.
Huh?
I was just kidding. I was like, Shamimers.
Shamimers? Is that his fan base, the Shamimers?
That's just my nickname for him.
I like it. Oh, that's his nickname. Okay, gotcha. But I like that his fans could be Shamimers. That would work too. That would work too. His premiere for the Autograph King is scheduled for, I think, September 26th. Shamim, let me know if that's right. I think he and I were chatting about that in Facebook recently. Did you hear the same thing, Thomas?
Yeah, about that date. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's premiering at a theater in Oregon.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to make it there, but I mean, definitely will do my best to see it if it comes close to us, or if it streams somewhere. That would be awesome. And then we can promote the heck out of this and just talk about his amazing show. I can't wait to see it, honestly. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Looks like September 24th.
24th. Okay, thank you.
I assume that the 24 means 24th. So. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember?
Jay is on. He says, how was the pork chops? Well, let me tell you, it was perfect. Oh, nice. Thanks. I like pork chops a lot.
Just if they try to serve gray stuff, wrong restaurant.
Yeah. Have you tried the gray stuff? I hear it's delicious.
Don't believe me?
Ask the dishes. They can sing, they can dance. But you guys have had the gray stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. It looks weird. It is actually gray, but it's just kind of like a chocolate mousse, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will say it's probably gotten better in Anaheim. I did enjoy the gray stuff in Orlando more, but tomato.
Somebody did tell me that the gray stuff in Florida is not as good as the stuff they have in Anaheim. Is that really?
Well, I guess my gaps between having it in Orlando and Anaheim were it's a big gap, so maybe different chef,
Okay.
you know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, if it's the
Sometimes I
same when they
wonder.
say churros. Everybody says Disneyland churros are worlds better than Disney World churros.
I could see that. Yeah.
I have heard the same, and I feel like I've experienced the same. They're just not quite as fresh in Orlando. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the humidity that kills them or something like that. And maybe the drier weather in Anaheim is better to have, a fresh churro, but
Mm.
I feel like there's more magic at Disneyland, just generally speaking.
you think it's the magic? Oh, that's wonderful. I
Well,
love that answer.
also, the great stuff I happen to have in Orlando was technically at Be Our Guest restaurant where you're paying $60 just to eat.
Oh.
But so it could be because it's at more like a 3-star, 4-star restaurant versus like Red Rose Tavern, which is like what, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
if that. But yeah,
If
that's a
that.
quick service.
It's a quick service, so
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I actually am looking at our TikTok feed, and
yeah.
Lori, thank you for joining. Lori is my aunt who lives in Las Vegas as well, Ryan.
Hello.
I know you got a neighbor out there, and she's actually asking, what is your favorite attraction? We got our first question. Well, not our first question, but our first Disneyland question for the day. And something that we have definitely answered on this show, but I think it changes most every time somebody asks.
Yeah. It's like what we're
So-
feeling today.
I know, right? It's like if I was at Disneyland today, what would be my favorite? Like, what would I go to first? So, Ryan, you start.
Ooh.
Mhm.
I think a ride that I really try to do every single time we're there is Peter Pan.
Yes.
Just it's one of my favorites, something so magical about it. And then one that I always want to ride and nobody wants to ride with me that I love is Goofy Sky School. Love that.
Really? You're
Yes.
kind of rare.
I was.
Oh, I
not
love it so much.
I was not gonna guess that.
Mm-mm, not at all.
I love it so much. Like I the first time I rode it, it was Mulholland Madness, and I had no idea why because I'm like, I don't even think I could drive yet. And my aunt had to explain it to me that Mulholland Drive actually does those like huge hairpin turns, and I was like,
Yes.
now I need to go drive this road. Still haven't done it, but just like oh my god, we're about to go off the track. Just kidding, and it's a good back adjustment.
Yeah, it definitely snaps you around a little bit. What did it used to be called before it was Goofy Sky School? Wasn't it something else? Did you say
Yeah, Mulholland
Madness? That's right.
Yeah.
You just said that. Right. Sorry. I'm reading comments and trying to listen to you at the same time. So my apologies if I come back and ask you to repeat stuff. It's just what I do. All right. So Thomas, you're next. What's your favorite attraction today?
today? So like if I have a whole day or like like I don't have to rush my visit, I would say for DCA I would say it's probably Incredicoaster.
Oh, yes.
And then for Disneyland, yeah, I would say Peter Pan also if I didn't have to rush it, because as a cast member I used to just like take the monorail in like 2 hours before my shift and then quickly ride like Snow White just to get some extra magic and then bounce. But now like usually if I were to go I would just spend a whole day there. Yeah.
I agree. I love the Incredicoaster. It is best ridden either right at dusk or after it's gotten dark. So
Yeah.
it's when those lights hit and you get like all the effects inside the tunnels. So much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and God forbid being a guest get stuck on it like for 3 hours. Like I've met people who have gotten stuck in cars for 3 hours or like on the loop for a bit. So in Incredicoaster. So
Did I ever tell you guys the story about my kids getting stuck on a roller coaster once at Six Flags in Valencia?
No, don't say that. I'm going there
Yeah.
on Friday.
Oh, seriously?
Uh-huh.
Do they still have the boomerang there?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, the boomerang itself is kind of like a traditional layout. It's just the one where I think it's an Arrow-based coaster. It's like the company that makes it is called Arrow.
Yeah.
And you get in the train and it just kind of like, backs up the hill and then it releases you and then it goes through a loop and then a cobra roll and then out through the other side and then it goes up the hill again and then it takes you through the same thing backwards.
I remember
Right?
that.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's the one they got stuck on. This happened. I think Gabriel must have been like 7 or 8 years old. This was like when
Don't.
they were just little wee lads.
Uh,
And they got stuck at the part where you go up the hill right before you get dropped back down backwards. So they didn't get stuck in a loop or anything like that. But they got stuck on a hill and they had to like find a way to unlock the train to get back down to a level part and start evacuating them. So they were literally stuck in the train for at least a good hour before they even started offering like something to drink, things to kind of keep them hydrated. And our Aunt Cherie was with them at the time, and she ended up calling the news and said, they're not doing anything about this. They're like not offering water to these kids or any of these people on this train. And before you know it, there was a news crew on site and they were, filming the coaster as it was stuck there. I want to say it was like for a good 3 hours that they were stuck on there. And by the time they got them down, they interviewed everybody on the train. Gabriel was interviewed. Nick was interviewed, both of my sons. And I think even my nephew Colton as well. And I know it's out there somewhere still, but it was hilarious because, they'd never been on TV before and their reactions were hilarious. But they were champs. They took it like champs. Then they did really good, especially for being in the heat for that long.
That's a genuine fear of mine. And if I see at any point Incredicoaster is broken down, because that's one that it's open air and you're actually climbing down just exposed stairs.
Yeah.
Space Mountain is indoors, it's like getting evac'd off that. It's not as high up. But if I see it's broken down at all during the day, that's a no-go for me. I will not ride it. I don't care. No. Because I would not physically be able to walk down.
I think even Big Thunder and Matterhorn, for that matter, no pun intended. Pun intended. We'll just say pun intended. They have kind of flat areas where you can sort of just get right off the ride. I mean, there's not any area where you have to like hop over anything dangerous. I got evacuated once on Big Thunder, and it was on the first lift hill. And you don't really look at it, but just to the right, there's like a stone staircase right there that you just hop out. A guest will come along, a staff member will come and guide you down to make sure that you're getting out safely and walking down the steps safely and guide you back out to the exit, give you your little, 1 day pass back to the ride when it's open again. And it wasn't that bad, but it was cool. It was like my favorite evacuation moment ever at Disneyland. So
I usually get evacuated from Indy if I get evacuated at all.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Really?
That's a big one.
It sucks because obviously you don't want the magic ruined of Indy, but then they turn the lights on. Like some rides you don't mind seeing the lights on, but for Indy it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it kind of ruins everything, doesn't it? It looks like garbage in there.
It was literally like 9 or maybe it was 10 years ago because we were there for the 60th. We got stuck like in one of the caves where like the skeletons kind of come at you and stuff like that. Yeah. And they didn't evac us, but we like kind of still went through the ride. But everything was delayed. So like the boulder was already rolling back by the time we got to it. And we were like, oh no. Like that was kind of fun.
Indy's one of those rides where I'm like praying the whole time, like, please don't break down. Please don't break down.
Have you guys ever actually seen how that effect works in the ride, the boulder scene?
I think I've seen videos about it, yeah.
Yeah?
I think Defunct Land is the channel that did one, I think.
I think several channels have done it, even maybe some stuff on Instagram and things like that. But it's fascinating to me because the day that I saw it, I was fascinated. And even to this day when I ride it, I still look around to see, okay, am I gonna see what how it really operates, or is my brain still going to experience the illusion of it all? And I'll let you guys go and look it up online if you're interested. But in essence, you're not really going forward as much as you think towards that boulder. The tunnel is moving backwards.
Yeah.
It's such a trip. So if you guys want to see the full, there's videos of it out there, or people have drawn digital diagrams and they've done videos and things like that. There might even be one from Disney that shows like how the effect works and everything. I don't know, but it's really cool. It's
Speaking
ingenious.
of the Indy Boulder, the cast member who a few months ago got hit at the stunt show in Walt Disney World
Yeah.
has returned to work.
Oh, good.
So hooray!
Yay.
Good to know.
But they did report they haven't brought back the boulder yet.
Uh-huh. Oh,
in the stunt
really?
show, because they're trying to figure out how to make it, still the practical effect, but safer. Obviously, it can go very far off the rails. Aww. But yeah, I saw that on, I think, Instagram, that he's back at work. He's doing well. Everybody, cheered him on, was happy to have him back. So
I'm really glad to hear that.
That makes
Yeah.
one of us. Just kidding.
Wow. I mean, he definitely took one for the team because, it took a lot to stop that thing. And at first, I remember saying, it doesn't seem like it would take much to stop that. It's just like a gigantic, big bouncy ball. But
yeah,
when it has momentum, they're saying it hits you with, a force that's greater than obviously the weight of the ball itself. And
Yeah.
that's what really knocked him back. And he did get quite a injury in the back of his head. And it's good to hear that he's back up and running again. So
Yeah.
glad to hear that. All right, let's go back to the chat for a moment here because the list is getting long and the hour is getting shorter.
See,
Brandon
the
asks,
simulation.
I know. He says, have you dudes, I love his expressions. Have you dudes ever heard of crumble cookies? First of all, I love that you're calling us dudes. I love that. It makes me think of Crush. And
Yes.
I may have heard of crumble cookies, but are we speaking specifically of Disneyland treats?
It's a certain brand store. Like it's called Crumble Cookies, and they sell like freshly. Ryan can probably explain it better than I can. So
They're like big old
yeah.
cookies. Like they're pretty big, and they rotate flavors weekly. They have some that kind of come. So I know there's like a milk chocolate chip and a semi-sweet chocolate chip that like just trade off every week.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have flavors out the wazoo. It's like 4 or 5 flavors, and they don't repeat for a while. So if you like one, you better get 72 that week.
Like Forget Mrs. Fields and Chips Ahoy and stuff. Just
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to share. I went to crumblecookies.com, CRUMBL. I was thinking it was a typo in his message, but it's not.
Yeah.
And I think it's hilarious because when you go to Crumble Cookies, they actually ask you, do you want to accept all cookies or reject non-essential cookies? No, I want to accept cookies. Nom, 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 nom.
All the cookies.
All cookies.
But they are good. They actually they sell a little like cookie cutter that'll cut it into like 4 little pieces.
Oh.
Because they're so large, if you have one, it's a really big cookie.
Yeah.
So let's compare. Do you get a crumble cookie? You like those better, or do you like num num cookies better?
I'm going Jack Jack cookie num nums for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Lisa's a big
So
fan of those as well.
It's
They are
just the best.
messy though.
I always, if we go on it with Leah, we need to point out the smell on the ride. Like when you're riding Incredicoaster, there's that smell. So
Yeah, when you go in the last tunnel, I think when Jack
Yeah.
Jack goes gooey,
yeah.
they pump the smell of cookies. They're like, "Oh no, Jack Jack, don't go gooey!" And you hear him laughing, and then of course, Mr. Incredible, he's like, "Jack Jack, num
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 cookie!"
cookie.
Yeah. Let's see what else. What do we got here? What's Brandon saying? Dudes, I got a new phone yesterday. The first thing I did was downloading Disney movies. Downloading? What's that? Save your space, dude. Don't let it run out. Brandon says, I don't do any roller coasters. Sorry, dudes. But he says he does want to do Slinky Dog Dash, which when I go to the Hollywood Studios eventually, I definitely do want to go on that ride. That is one of my...
It's a must ride, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like super intense or anything like that, but it just looks like so much fun.
Yeah, it's definitely a good one. The queue is really good too, because that line gets very long. And that was one of the things that I really, on our very first and at this point only trip for me to Disney World, I was like, oh dang, like they're entertaining kids in the queues. Thank God, because I have no idea what to do. This is not my park. But yeah, my kids were just like the whole thing was great.
Have you seen the Peter Pan ride queue at Disney World?
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
awesome, like chasing your like this whole shadow thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
Tinkerbell.
It's completely interactive. I mean, not completely, but there are several parts in there that are interactive, very
Yeah.
similar to the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train ride. That
Yes.
there's some
Mhm.
gem areas that kids can play around with that have like water effects and stuff like that.
Yes.
That's always fun when Disney creates fun things to do in the queue that just
Yeah.
keep you entertained while you're waiting.
Which post-COVID, I'm like, don't touch anything.
I know,
But at the
I
same
know.
time, I want you to have fun. So here's like 4 pounds of hand sanitizer.
Right.
Ugh.
I do appreciate the fact that they have those hand sanitizer stations like
Mhm.
all over the park. So it's
Yeah.
never hard to find one. Kevin is actually saying that when I was talking about the boomerang earlier at the park you're going to at Six Flags, that it was at Knott's. There are similar versions still at a few other parks in the country. Magic Mountain had a similar concept of a ride named Deja Vu, and I remember that.
Yeah.
It was
Mhm.
another, I think it was another out and back kind of coaster, or I think they call it just a return circuit or something. There's a specific name for it. And I've been on that, but I think Deja Vu was like a suspended coaster, and the seats didn't all face forward. You had the option to sit either forward or backward, because either way, you were going to go through the ride backward either first
Yeah.
or forward first, depending on which
Huh.
way you sat. And that one always made me sick.
Mm.
And instead of the lift hill going up at an angle, the only difference between this one and the boomerang is that Deja Vu was 90 degrees straight up and down.
Mm.
So you're climbing up this thing, going straight up, and then you drop straight down, and then the same thing on the other side when you go back through the other direction. It was crazy. Leanne just joined. Hey, Leanne, just got home from work. Thanks for joining.
Hi, Leanne.
Yay.
And Shamim says, seeing Mando tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So I did have this on my list of things to talk about, but I'll do it very briefly. I wanted to give like a short movie review of The Mandalorian and Grogu. Ryan, I know you were going to go see it this weekend, but plans
Yeah.
kind of got canceled, unfortunately. Thomas, have you seen it yet?
Not yet. I do have a free ticket to go see it, so I'm gonna go see it soon.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to hear my spoiler-free review?
Yes.
Okay.
Spoiler free.
Spoiler-free review. So I actually, it's funny. I actually found myself being a little critical of this movie, and I didn't think that I would.
Oh.
It is entertaining. The effects are fantastic. And even though you know that some of the characters are like little puppets and also like a mix of puppets and CGI, maybe, it's believable still to me. And I enjoyed it. I didn't think that I was looking at a puppet show, even though watching the previews, I thought I might. The storyline is just meh. And that's where it kind of fell through for me. There was a part in the middle that just kind of fell flat. It got a little quiet. It got a little slow. There were some return characters from other Star Wars shows, or at least one that I know of, that he's in the previews. His name is Zeb. He's from the Star Wars series called Rebels. He's the big purple guy with the elfish ears.
Mm-hmm.
And also some of the little creatures like Babu Frick from the episode, I think it's episode 8? No, wouldn't be 8. I can't remember which one. But he's the guy that broke into C-3PO's brain and rewired him so they could hear the Sith message in one of those movies. So, but there's a team of them now, and they have this little tiny ship that's really cool. And that's the only spoiler I'm going to give, and it's funny. So yeah, I think overall, based on the plot itself, because there really wasn't a strong story involved, it was just more of it was like just going for entertainment, and I gave it about a 6 out of 10 myself.
Sad.
Okay.
Like, hopefully, is there going to be a sequel, rumored sequel, or no?
I don't know. It didn't feel like there was going to be a sequel at the end, nor did I feel there needs to be a sequel.
Okay.
Because I mean the plot, and which is, there's no spoilers on this because it's, it happens at the fall of the Empire after Return of the Jedi, and the Mandalorian and Grogu are still a thing. They're still a team. All the stuff that happened in the Mandalorian series still happened, and it's just him taking these like bounty cards and going after these Empire dudes that are still loyal to the Empire, and he's going out and trying to capture them alive so he can get information about more of them to go out and get, or killing them. And it's just about one of those stories. That's really all it is. It's like a bounty kind of gone wrong, so to speak, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
That's it. But still go see it. Still go see it.
Still go
See it in
see
the
it.
theater. See it on the big screen. See it with the big sound and everything. You'll still love that. And I had a smile on my face a lot of the times. And of course, Grogu steals the scene several times throughout the movie.
Always.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
He's so cute. Hey, Gary's in the house. He says, I had a dream once that I shook hands with Walt Disney. Has anyone else had a dream that seemed so real? Ooh, that's a good one.
It's
Sort
usually
of
the
rando
scary
question.
ones, though.
Yeah,
I
it's
know, right?
No.
or the mortifying ones.
Thomas, you got one that you're comfortable sharing with anybody? I mean, there's certain dreams that I know have felt real that I'm like, I am never telling anybody about that dream, like ever.
I mean,
Can't torture this out of me.
Right.
I mean, it's been a while. But of course, I've had like flying dreams or
I love those.
supernatural powers. It's been a while though. I've also had like if I miss an old workplace, I usually dream being back there. I haven't dreamt, luckily, about being a cast member again, but I've dreamt about like seeing. It's weird. Like it's coworkers that shouldn't know each other and they're in the dream, or it's like people that like people from high school and college that shouldn't know each other, but they in my dream are all friends. It's just weird. So yeah.
Ryan.
I think the ones that I remember having, I'm for some reason always back being a server when I worked for Buffalo Wild Wings when I was in college, and it's always never fails. If you've ever worked in food service, you know what it means to be in the weeds.
Yeah.
Where you're like you just cannot get caught up. You have too many
Yep.
tables, you have too many things, and like I'm always having this sense of dread, like, oh my God, I'm in the weeds and I can't catch up. And then like it's like my brain snaps out of it and is like, we haven't worked that job in like 15 years.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why are we dreaming about this? You're fine. But yeah, I mean it's usually the anxiety inducing ones that I remember the most, not the the fun ones. They don't linger as long.
They don't. Yeah.
Kevin
Maybe
is
Walt
saying that
Disney
he
though,
loved
dang
the
it.
I think he's saying about the Mandalorian, he loved the puppets and the stop motion animation. I think that's what we were talking about. Because there was some stop motion in there, believe it or not. I think they went old school on some of the effects on that, and they killed it. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah, and he says he can bring bounties in hot or cold. Classic Mando. This is the way.
Nice.
Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
My dream, I definitely have had work dreams that seem super real that I don't want to be real
Yeah.
because I get enough of work on my normal days as it is, even sometime on the weekends. But yeah, I think the ones that feel real, Thomas, I'm going to kind of go along with what you said, like the ones where you feel like you have like powers or you're flying. I tell Lisa about this stuff all the time. She's like, you have like the craziest dreams. Like you're always flying or you have magical powers. I've had dreams where I have the force and I can like use things to, grab from a distance or push things away. And I mean, those definitely feel real. But the one that I had, I have had nightmares that are real as well. That felt real, at least when I was a kid. None that I can think of as adult. Actually, no, I take it back. The one kind of dream that pops up every once in a while in my subconscious is that I don't know, I'll be somewhere and it'll be like a regular normal dream. And then for some reason, everything just goes quiet. Just completely no sound, no crickets, no bugs, no nothing, no people talking. And then once the quiet hits, everything in the room starts going dark. And it's not a darkness overall. It's like a specific area where there's like an area of a room that just starts getting dark and shadowy. And you can it's a feeling that like something evil is there.
Yeah.
And it freaks me out every single time. And I really have a hard time going back to sleep whenever I have these. Haven't had one in a long time, but I'm sure now that I'm talking about it on the show, it's going to happen tonight. So
Yeah.
thanks a lot for the question.
Closer to Halloween, we should do like our scariest dreams, because this is kind of a fun topic to therapeutically get out. Like I don't know.
Right?
Kind of
Talking,
is, yeah.
talking through it, it takes the power away.
It does.
And I've had a few in my time that I could talk about. Some involved my mother and a closet that I had when I was a kid. I think I might have even touched lightly on it when I
Ooh.
was in one of our shows. I can't remember. Blah, blah, blah. Here's one for the blooper reel.
I've been chased before, like chased by a tiger or like something. Those are so scary.
I've been eaten by a shark.
Mm-hmm.
Those are crazy, and I fall off of cliffs as well. But I wake up when before hitting the bottom. It always happens. It's a crazy one. Kevin is saying if you ever get to Disney Springs, Gideon's Bakehouse is the spot for amazing cookies. Ryan's nodding her head.
I heard of this. Yes. They have like, I mean, probably roughly the size of the crumble cookies, where they're like fat too.
Oh wow!
And it's not only packed with chocolate chips inside, but when they're still warm, like when they're fresh out, they kind of press them into chocolate chips, so it is just a layer of chocolate chips on the top. They look so delicious.
Would you say it is a plethora of chocolate chips?
I would say it's a plethora, and I know what that means.
I was going to ask that next.
Mhm.
Well done, Ryan. Well done. You beat me to the punch.
Yes. What is a plethora?
Do you know what the plethora is? No, El Guapo. I was hoping that you would tell me.
I'm not as smart as you, El Guapo.
Right. Today he is 33 years old. I think we've talked about doing the Three Amigos on this show next, or at some point. That is so fun. Patricia is in the house. She says, "Hey, everyone, just got home. Welcome, Patricia. Glad you made it home safely." And she's asking, the question off the top of her head is, what is your earliest Disney memory?
I have one nightmare and one good memory.
Oh, no.
Spill it.
All right, my nightmare is TMI, but like I was 4 and I think I found Pirates scary. It was either Pirates or Haunted Mansion, and just peed my pants. So like my older sister was like, oh, it's okay, like it's but as a 4-year-old at Disney, it's like traumatic. Like, oh, I peed my pants. Okay. And then the other one is being high-fived by well, it was going under the archway, like "Welcome to Disneyland," because like I think when you enter Disneyland, it used to be like "Welcome to Disneyland," and then in the parade, Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh gave me a high five. So,
oh,
that was.
I love that. What about you, Ryan?
I don't specifically remember this, but my mom has told the story many, many times. My mom and my dad, I guess. One of my favorite, I loved Tailspin and DuckTales and, Rescue Rangers and all that when I was a kid.
Sure.
And they used to have those characters in the park. And for some reason, I'm probably like 5-ish years old. I run up to Don Carnage and in my little teeny tiny voice attempt to do his accent. And, I'm like, hello, I am Don Carnage. And they just said it was the funniest thing. And I'm like, I don't specifically remember that. I remember going a lot as a kid. I mean, they had passes way back in the day that anytime after 5 p.m., 365 days a year, you could go.
Yeah.
So we would go,
I remember,
grab dinner, watch Fantasmic, and, head out. Like to this day, Fantasmic is still my favorite thing. And I would just fall asleep on the bars until the show started. Because you had to get there early. It's
like over an
running up the
hour, like
bulls.
hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours early. I've seen people wait. So it's a crazy.
So I don't specifically remember that. I do remember watching Fantasmic a lot as a kid, but it's one of my favorite stories that they tell.
Yeah.
I think I remember one of my first character interactions was Minnie Mouse when I was younger. And of course, my biggest memory, and I've talked about this on the show before, is getting lost on Tom Sawyer's Island.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. And my parents, watching from a distance, and, we talked about, I think it might have even been as early as last episode where, they're standing there and they're just looking up at me crying on the top of this little, hill that the kids could play on and stuff like that. And kind of doing like, let's see what little squirt does, Little Squirt
See,
just
little
cried his
Squirt
eyes
does
out
fly
until his parents
solo.
came to find it. Yeah, exactly. So, but I did
Oh.
not fly solo very well.
Mm-mm.
I had to have somebody come and get me at one point. I think they just kind of gave up and came to get me and said it was all right. I don't know what
That's
happened
so
after
sad.
that. But I do remember that, and I was little. I want to say 4, maybe.
Yeah.
It's crazy the memories we retain from such a young age. I still have a hard time believing that it's in my brain.
Yeah.
That's trauma
Um,
for you.
Yeah, that'll do it to you every time, right? Yeah.
Latches on.
Although, what a place to be left alone at, right? I mean, if I would have known what I know now, I'd be like, bye. I'll stay
off
here
on my
till park
own.
close. Yeah, exactly. All right, so Brandon's actually asking now. Oh, dudes, please tell me your reactions of the final trailer for Toy Story 5. Have you guys seen it?
Mm-mm.
I just seen advertisements of Alan Cummings as the voice of Bullseye. I don't know if that's a rumor, but I keep seeing that.
Really?
Yeah, like Bullseye's gonna get a voice now. And
Huh.
it's Alan Cummings. So, Alan Cummings, sorry.
I wonder how they're gonna do that. If that's like a real rumor or just a BS.
Yeah.
How would he get a voice? That's
I don't
interesting.
know. I don't know if it's a different Bullseye, but he has like a French mustache now.
Oh, no.
He stands up and has a French hat. And then Alan.
What?
So I don't know if it's like an evil Bullseye, like how there was fake Buzz and real Buzz. But
Right. Or
Oh.
Hispanic Buzz, you know?
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I saw it, and they're making that lily pad thing look like it's evil, almost kind of like a Lotso Huggenbear kind of situation.
Mm.
Yeah.
My whole thought on Toy Story 5 is, number one, I'm glad to see that Woody's actually returning, because I had worried that, if there was any additional Toy Story movies after this one, after 4 that is, that he would not be returning. And I was very sad about that.
Yeah.
So number one, glad to hear he's coming back. I've known that for a while. But number two, I really hope that they don't kind of use the same kind of formula as they did in Toy Story 3 with that kind of villain where, one particular toy wants to take over, and I just hope that they don't replicate what they've already done.
Yeah.
But time will tell. Pixar is very smart. They got great writers, they got great producers, directors, actors, and everything too. So we'll see.
It did kind of seem, I mean, I haven't really seen much other than, like you said, they're kind of seeming to maybe make the lily pad a little, kind of like at least the anti-hero.
Yeah.
But it's sort of a play on, as kids grow older, they start leaning more towards technology versus playing with their toys and using their imagination that way. Which, as a parent of a young child, yes, absolutely. But yeah, I think the thing that you were excited about Woody coming back, I'm kind of like, how are we doing that? How is this happening?
I don't know. I mean, we see him talking to the other toys through a walkie-talkie, I think, or something like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Which wouldn't work that terribly far apart.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will
realistically,
say the one thing that I had hoped for, which I don't think is happening now. Otherwise, you probably would have seen something about it. But I was really hoping that John Morris would get a cameo in it somehow, making like a return as Andy for even just like one little scene, even if it was like a phone call to his mom or something like that from college. Wouldn't that? I think that would be just so cool.
It would be.
yeah, because they lived down the street from Bonnie. Like she didn't live far. That was the whole point in Toy Story 3, is that she was around the corner.
Right.
As Tom Hanks says. But yeah, I mean, that would have been really cool. Maybe he is and he just can't tell us.
Yeah, possibly.
Or perhaps. But yeah, I think originally when they were kind of just floating the idea of 5, I think I had heard a rumor that it was like he's the adult, he has kids, and somehow finds like all of his toys at like a thrift store or something like that had been donated, and kind of gives them to his kids. That was one of the ideas or the rumors that was out there.
Okay, I would have gone with that.
That would have been really cool.
Let's undo Bonnie's story and just go that route. Sorry, Emily.
Well, I think what's crazy though is that in Toy Story 5 they talk about tech taking over, right? But do we count Mr. Speak and Spell as tech? Do we count the little, mic, as tech? I mean, they didn't really take over. They really had kind of just one function, but I think maybe the whole thing is that the Lily Pad does it's like a tablet, right? It does a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Is that the idea, you
Yeah.
think?
It's kind of like a learning iPad where it has like specific almost like cartridges that you
Oh,
put
yeah,
into
that's
it.
right. Yeah.
So it's pretty like learning specific, but it's still technology and games and yeah, you're learning, but it's fun and you're playing a video game and you're not imagining and being a kid still.
Right. Exactly. Shamim says on his 33rd birthday, he saw, well, happy belated birthday, Shamim. He saw Michael Jackson. It's amazing. It's a 2-time watch. There will be a part 2. Really? I did not know that.
Ooh.
That's why I wanted to throw the comment on there. I saw that there will be a part 2, and I never heard of that, but I still have yet to see that movie.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now that they've reopened Tomorrowland Theater, perhaps we should bring back Captain EO.
Yes.
Just saying.
I would love to have Captain EO brought back. I think that would be amazing. And if they did that, they need to bring Terry Hardin in to inauguralize it, if that's even a word, because she was actually a stunt double for Angelica Houston, the evil, alien queen or whatever she played in that show. So if you're watching, Terry, hi, miss you. I'll have you on again soon. And Brandon says, not to sound weird, but I had a dream I met Ariel on the beach. Yeah, well, who hasn't, Brandon? Come on.
Fantastic dream.
Right, yeah. Although I hope you were a teenager when you had that dream, because, she was a teenager. So we're going to leave it at that.
She eventually becomes a mom, though. She
Yeah.
grows up and becomes a mom.
That's true. That's true.
So,
Oh, interesting, Brandon. You say that you like the Crusher from The Incredibles 2. We actually had him on our show. Believe it or not. That was oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on his name. The guy that he's been
Ratzenberger.
No. The Crusher.
Oh, the Crusher guy. Okay.
He was like the Crush. I think his actual name was Crush Hour, and Phil
Lamar.
Lamar. Thank you, Ryan. Yes, Phil Lamar. He actually did the voice of Crush Hour from Incredibles 2, amongst
What a name.
many others.
That's hilarious.
So you guys should tune in every week, because that's one of the episodes I missed, and I missed that. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, I did a lot of note taking from the characters he's done, and it is if you guys ever look up him on IMDb, it is one of the longest resumes I've seen for a voice actor and a live action actor ever.
Mhm.
He's done so many things. He's just always so busy. And I was thrilled that he decided that he wanted to be on our show. Very thrilled. Brandon says it's probably a playtime figment of evil Bullseye, like the Western battle, like in Toy Story. Maybe that's an idea.
Yeah.
So like during playtime, maybe that's when he gets his voice.
Hmm.
You think it might be something like that?
I mean, I'm not smart enough to come up with those things. If I was, I'd be making movies. So however they do it, I couldn't even begin to imagine.
Yeah, Brandon, thank you. Yeah, Phil Lamar. Yeah, we got it. Thank you so much.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm smart enough to make movies, and In-N-Out won't hire me, so.
It's because you don't want to say 6'7" when the order comes up.
Oh, that's true.
They don't let you anymore. They took
I
that
know.
one and 2 after it out.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I haven't been to an In-N-Out in forever. I always DoorDash or just use the drive-through, so don't have to deal with that nonsense.
But Ryan, if I ever make movies, I will hire you as a consultant, and Jason as well, of course.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just make a movie. Let's make a movie and interview ourselves.
I need to have some kind of job that puts all of my useless movie knowledge to good television or movie production. I would love to do that. I'd be like, oh, there was this scene in this one movie, and we could do a spin on this and a variation of that.
What was that
Combine all
one
the knowledge.
game show that they had? It was trivia, but it wasn't like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You were playing against the guy. Oh my God, he's the monotone Bueller.
Oh, Ben. I wanna
Ben
say
Stein.
Still.
Win Ben Stein's money.
Stein. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I'm
And
great
you
with
would,
first names today, but suck at last names apparently.
hey, but that's why we're here. We tag team,
Yes.
we got it.
Yes. That's
Between
right.
all of us, we
That's why I pay
typically
you guys
put
the
stuff
big
together.
bucks. I'm doubling your salary
mean-
as of tonight.
Yes. maybe something like that, Can
Maybe.
you beat Jason at TV and movie trivia?
Oh my goodness. That is one of the things that I really hope to do if I ever go on a Disney cruise. If they ever have Disney trivia at one of the places, I would love to do that. Would love to
Don't
do
they?
that.
I think
Okay.
Ben has told us they do.
Yeah, Ben mentioned it.
I would love to do. That's like a dream. Disney trivia night. I watched Lisa and I watched that movie, that TV show called The Floor. Have you ever seen that one with Rob Lowe?
I've heard of it. And seen previews, but
It's a competition game with like 80. I think it's 80 different contestants, and they're all standing on these squares on this giant floor, and they have to compete in trivia questions that each person has picked as their own category. And there's times where I see Disney characters, Disney rides, Disney parks, Disney movies, Disney voice actors, things like that. And I'm just like, pick the Disney. Always shouting at the screen. Yeah, exactly. I just realized we're almost at the end of at least the first hour. And I haven't even talked about, I've only talked about one thing in my news update. So I wanted to kind of start jumping to that kind of stuff because I did a little bit of research and wrote some notes. So we were speaking about the Mandalorian and Grogu. There have been some exciting changes to Smuggler's Run. I believe they are open in both parks now. Where... Oh, I heard a beep. I'm like, wait, who's joining? It's just somebody blooped out and blooped in. Smuggler's Run has been updated, so it's no longer just. They might have updated it completely, but the Mandalorian and Grogu are now included in the Smuggler's Run. And from what I understand, the videos that I've seen, you can actually choose 3 different adventures. When you start the ship, you can choose like different destinations by a push of a button in the cockpit, and the Mandalorian helps you out. And I think there's even like a little scene where Grogu is on a screen or something like that, helping you out and everything.
He's dancing. I've seen that. He's
Yeah.
doing a little dance.
So I've seen like little tiny clips here and there, but I'm trying my best to make it as spoiler free as possible for my trip in October, our trip in October.
You got 5 months there, friend. Good luck.
I know. But you know what? Guess what? By the time that I blink my eyes, it's going to be here already, and I haven't even bought the plane tickets yet. All I've done is got the hotel reservations figured out. So,
and I did hear that it's the previously pretty much useless engineer position that gets to choose the adventure.
Well, at least they give that person more responsibility now.
Yeah. Hooray.
Hooray.
Because previously you were just like pushing a button. Like,
yeah.
If I don't do this, nothing happens.
And you don't even have to like tap the buttons. You can just press and hold it down. Like even if you're a gunner, you don't even have to go rapid fire. You can just do it just hold it down. That's it.
Yeah.
They try to dumb it down for people as much as possible. I always want to be a pilot, but the thing is that I love doing single rider for Smuggler's Run. And unfortunately, you're joining groups of other people, and of course, they all want to be pilots and gunners. So, guess what? You're always stuck with as a single rider. Wah wah.
Seems like they always make the kids the pilot, which is like the worst choice.
And the roughest
It's always
ride.
a kid. Yeah, right.
Because when you run into stuff in that ride, you feel it. Every time. So other news, along with the updates to Smuggler's Run and in Galaxy's Edge, I believe right outside where the Millennium Falcon is, there's either going to be or is a new projection show at night. I don't know how many days it runs, but it's got Grogu in it. And it's kind of like a shadow show where he uses the Force to raise objects and creates images of other characters and creatures from the Star Wars universe. I saw a quick little preview of it, and it looks cute.
Yeah.
Have you seen it yet, Thomas? When's the last time that you've been?
I haven't been for a month, but I'm
A month,
planning to go.
okay.
I'm planning to get my magic key hopefully next week and start going again. So I just saw that. I knew about that though because of like Mando and Jon Favreau and Sigourney Weaver and Dave Filoni. They were all previewing that.
Yeah,
That's really nice.
there was even videos out there that Disney put online on their social media platform showing them on Smuggler's Run, and I think they
Yeah,
even showed them on other rides too.
Space Mountain.
Space
Yeah.
Mountain, because they were doing the Hyperspace Mountain, and they were. It's fun to see actors that normally can put on whatever face they need to go on a ride that scares them
Yeah.
and see their reactions. And I think even Sigourney Weaver had her head tucked into somebody's shoulder when they did the
Yeah.
photo opportunity. It was cute.
Yeah. It was her and Pedro.
Oh yeah, Pedro. Yeah.
Yeah.
I follow Ming Na Wen, also the voice of Mulan, and
Mhm.
Fennec Shand, and she got starstruck by meeting Sigourney. She's like, "Oh my god, I love you!" Like, it's just funny to me.
How could you not?
I know, but it's like
I would love to meet her too.
It's like even stars get starstruck by each other.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time. I remember there was when Jennifer Lawrence was kind of becoming like a big star when she did like the Hunger Game movies, when she was getting really big with those. She went to some kind of event. It might have even been the Oscars. I'm really not sure. And she got to meet Jack Nicholson for the very first time, and she freaked out. It's the most. It's so cute, and it's so real. And he's just his normal cool self and everything. And
Yeah.
she's just like, oh my god,
I
acting
love
like
her line like, "Do I look like a new girlfriend?"
right. You remember that then?
Oh, I've seen that clip so many times. I love Jennifer
It's
Lawrence.
great.
She's adorable.
One of my favorite actresses for sure.
It's so funny.
Let's see what else they got there. We're not going to talk about the characters with the horrible wigs. I think we've covered that already. I think that pretty much covers Galaxy's Edge. But Tomorrowland at Disneyland only, because this is the only place where they actually have this particular theater, they are reopening the Tomorrowland Theater, and they're going to bring Pixar short film Spotlight to the big screen in there.
Nice.
Yeah,
Ooh.
so I don't know when the opening date is for that. I didn't really get too much into detail about it, but I'm happy to see that it's actually being open for something,
hmm
because it has been closed forever. I think the last time that I was actually in there was when they used to do movie previews and spotlights on upcoming releases.
Yeah.
Mm.
But they haven't done that in years, and it's just been collecting dust.
They brought back Captain EO for a very short time years ago.
Yeah.
And I was just talking about this with some coworkers last week, that it's just, an empty space similar to the theater in DCA. You have the space, use it for something, and it pulls people in for entertainment. It pulls, just the air conditioning, my God.
Yes.
I know.
Sitting down for a bit, and then obviously lines get shorter and thanks, Mick. Sorry, my watch was telling me what time it was. But it pulls people out of line queues and ride queues and things like that, like to where it doesn't feel quite as packed.
Right.
You're still doing something.
And it's a 4D theater too. I mean, because I think at one point, of course, I know Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. I'm pretty sure that was in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Was Captain EO in 3D? I can't remember. It's been so long.
I think it was I know it was in 3D, but I think they had 4, because at one point the elephant looking thing, whatever,
You're right.
Sneeze?
He sneezes and it sprays on you and everything. So they definitely had that built in. And the seats are also, they move a little bit. Either that or there's like the audience seats are on a platform that I know at one point it does move. Because I remember specifically in Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, when the audience gets shrunk and they pick up the stage, you could actually feel the movement as they're moving you around. And it's just, it's a wasted attraction.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a theater.
Yeah.
But at least they're putting something in there. That is, I will even sit down and watch some Pixar shorts while I'm at Disneyland, just to get off my feet. And like you said, sit in a nice air-conditioned building for 15 minutes. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. I think that covers everything in Disneyland that I have. Hopping over to the Magic Kingdom, we have the new Rock and Roller Coaster featuring the Muppets now. where it's no longer Aerosmith, and it's fine because I never saw it, but I heard it's an amazing ride. The ride itself hasn't really changed. The roller coaster is the same. It's just the experience has changed. And there's quite a selection of different songs that can be played, and all sung by, of course, the Muppets. The thing that I thought was fascinating, and I'm not sure if you guys have seen this yet, Scooter is sort of like your MC when you do the pre-show.
Yeah.
They have an animatronic version of him, and all the other Muppets are actually on a screen in the background, like inside the studio, right?
Mhm.
And Scooter, from what I understand, was done with motion capture and looks almost exactly like there's an actual person underneath there puppeteering him, like in real life.
Very cool.
It's
Cool.
very smooth. Even like his arm movements, you can see the little wire, just like in the real Muppet Show,
Yeah.
guiding his arm around and everything like that. It looks so cool. If you guys get a chance to check out the pre-show for Rock and Roller Coaster featuring the Muppets, take a look. It's one of the neatest looking animatronics I think I've ever seen at a Disneyland park. And I've said that about a lot of them. I mean, even especially being like to the Avatar area at Animal Kingdom, that there's some amazing things there as well, but and many other attractions, but that one really blew my mind. So watch Scooter. It's worth it. And then also at the Magic Kingdom, I think specifically at Epcot, where Soarin' is, they have officially switched that over to Soarin' Across America. So now instead of soaring around the world, you are just going across the United States, doing several locations. Our good friend Chris at LMG Vids has actually thrown up a video of that already. I guess he was in Florida recently because I think it just opened and he put a video out there and I did watch it. It looks cool, but I'm just going to say that the transitions from location to location are not as cool as soaring around the world.
That's one thing I noticed when I saw a video of it. It just like blinks from one to the next.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was a little disappointed about that, but I mean, it's still something that I would love to see because I think they did a lot of locations in this one.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more than what we've seen in over California and also around the world. So
I know Patrick Warburton was recently there recording himself as an older version of himself, obviously. Doing the welcome.
Hello.
Whatever. Hello.
My name is Patrick.
That part.
pretty soon you'll be airborne. And don't forget these little beauties. Yeah.
I think they kept that as the younger version, but it's the initial because I think he says welcome to Soarin'.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
generally.
does he?
But I think he recorded it to say, welcome to Soarin' Across America.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. And I think we've talked about this before, but you guys have seen the video where he has his sons in the recording studio and they do impersonations of their dad.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Some of them are uncanny. Other ones you're like, they tried. But I think the oldest son is the one that sounds almost identical to Patrick. It's a little eerie.
Yeah.
And then I think the only other thing that I had on my list here, because I already mentioned movie-wise, Mandalorian and Grogu, but there is a new Star Wars show out on the Disney Plus as well. If you guys are Star Wars fans, Maul Shadow Lord is out now. So that is the story of Darth Maul. He did not die in episode 1. Sorry to tell you. Spoiler alert. He lives. I think he actually even appears in other Disney Plus or just Disney Star Wars series. I want to say Rebels and maybe even one other one he's made an appearance in before too. So this is all about him. If you guys like Darth Maul, that's the show to watch. That's all I got. Any other news that you guys have heard of that I may have missed? Because I mean, I feel like there's been a lot of time since we last talked about the parks. Even
Not that I
anybody
can
in the
think of.
chat? No?
I know Avengers Campus is slowly, like, it's getting closer to expanding. I know there's a lot more character, like not just one or two. There's like, I've seen like 7 or 8 at once, just taking pictures. But,
Oh, really?
yeah, like I've just seen the latest like TikToks of park videos having like 7 or 8 just like chilling. Like I just think they're really building the anticipation of the expansion. So of Avengers Campus.
That's really cool.
And I think Dave from Fresh Baked Disney, I think he did a video recently showing the walls at a certain part of DCA where they think that the Coco ride is going to be going in,
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
I saw that.
which I want to say is kind of tucked back in that area in the corner where that big, huge food court is. As you're like, leaving the last ride, which is the Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind. So as you're heading back behind that area and you go past all the carnival games, and all that kind of stuff, and you start coming around the corner, it's I think it's like in the corner, like right past the swings, right?
Yeah.
The Silly Symphony swings.
Mhm.
Is that the area where they're putting it?
I think I know it's kind of going to be tucked back behind the Emotional Whirlwind. I don't know where they're maybe building where you would go in, because directly across from the swings, that's where like the parades come out.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't go to that area often enough to actually know, because there's just nothing back there that I ever ride. I have never even been on the Silly Symphony swings before.
I was forced to do it once and it was terrible, and I'll never do it again.
I'm just not a fan of rides that just go in a complete circle, like around and around and around and around and around.
I just don't feel secure with just that little piece of metal across me, and like
and
whatever's
chains.
holding it just doesn't feel secure enough.
They're just chains.
Fly off into the World of Color lagoon. Like, no,
World of Color now featuring Ryan's imprint on a wall. Like,
not me.
so yeah, and of course beyond that, all you have is I think like jumping jellyfish, and then you go to the Zephyrs, and I don't go in any of those either. So that part of the park, unless I'm hungry, I don't visit. I only go as far as the Emotional Whirlwind, and that's it. And then I just make a U-turn and head on back.
Yeah.
Brandon's asking, we'll finish up some audience questions here before we end the show tonight. Brandon's saying, any luck reaching Mike Kubat? I haven't reached out to him. I think you mentioned him before, but I have not reached out before. But thank you for the reminder. I will try to remember to look into it. I do actually have some news about some special guests coming, I think in June. Both are artists, and one of them has, I think, done animation. His name is Rick Law. I know he's definitely done artwork for Disney and possibly animation. And the other one is James Mulligan, who I've seen I've seen both of these guys at the Mouse Cons in the San Francisco Bay Area. Very, very talented artists. And I think James, and I mentioned this in our Facebook group chat, that he's done a few Lorcana cards before. So I think he's responsible for at least 3 of those.
Yeah.
And I know Ben was excited to hear about that because of his love for the cards.
I have a few decks. I just haven't played a single game yet, but I have. And then like some of the artists, yeah, sometimes they like commission some of the artists to, like you said, make one of the cards.
Yeah. And then Kevin is going back to the cruises, saying that cruise ship Disney trivia on the DCL ships is no joke. It's tough, and the other guests are on top of their game. I believe it. I would, as much as I pride myself on Disney trivia, I would probably suck. But I would still be excited.
They didn't ask me anything I knew the answers to. That's the problem. It's not that I didn't know anything. They didn't ask me the things I knew.
And he says also Rob Lowe's game show is called The Floor. Didn't I say it was called The Floor? Did I say it was something different?
I think so.
Pretty sure I did. Yeah.
I remember you said the floor. Yeah.
Because they're all on the floor, this big floor, 80 people. And one winner gets, I think the winner gets, I want to say it's $250,000.
Oh, dang.
But every show, one person has a chance to win $20,000 if you have the most occupied spaces at the end of every show. So you can win a lot of money on it.
Yeah.
And something that I didn't really realize until now, but Shamim is actually saying that I'm in the Autograph King documentary.
Yeah.
Now, I know that I was there for one of the interviews that they were doing when it was them interviewing Andrew with Shamim. They just did it in like a hotel room. They kind of used that as the setup for it and everything. And I know I've signed some stuff for him before and his big poster and everything, but I didn't even know that I was going to be in it. I know I wasn't interviewed or anything like that, but that's really cool, Shamim. Thanks for letting me know. I can't wait to see it. I know. I'm a movie star.
Hey.
It'll be uncredited on IMDb. All right, so I think that's it, guys. We'll go for a wrap. A little bit of a shorter show, but I got everything I needed to say, and I loved the audience interaction and had a good time catching up with Disneyland stuff. Obviously, can't wait to go to our trip in October. Ryan and Thomas, if you guys go on any of these attractions that we talked about beforehand, which I know you will, you got to give us updates. Tell us how you liked them, please.
Yeah, I think we're planning to go. I'm cheating on Disney a lot in the coming months. I'm going to Six Flags on Friday, and then in 2 weeks I'm going to Universal for my oldest son's birthday. So, stepping out of my comfort zone here, but that's fine. But I think we had planned to go the last weekend in August to catch the 70th one more time. So
Okay.
we shall see.
When does this? So does the celebration end in August?
Yeah, August 9th.
Wow, more than a year. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, it was like a year and a half.
Now, when you said you're going to Six Flags, you are going to the Bay Area, or are you going to go to
No,
Six Flags Magic Mountain?
Magic Mountain in Valencia.
Okay. Oh, that's Valencia. What was I saying? Oh, you know what? I meant Vallejo. I said Valencia, but I meant the one in Vallejo. That's the one I was
I mean,
thinking.
still, roller coasters breaking down. A fear.
Yeah. But Six Flags Magic Mountain is truly a good place to go for roller coasters. They got some intense rides there. Super
I'm
intense.
excited.
I love it. Have you been on, oh my God, what's the one that I loved a lot? I love Twisted Colossus. I love how they changed it ever since the old one burned down. But there's, I think the one that I love is called Full Throttle. Have you been on that one yet?
I have never been to Six Flags to my recollection.
Oh,
Really? First trip?
Maybe if I know there was a Six Flags in Texas. It's called Six Flags Over Texas. And I
Yes.
think maybe we did a choir trip there.
Oh.
But if I put money on it, I would still be like 50-50.
Okay.
So I have never, to my recollection, been to a Six Flags park.
You're picking a good one. It is in direct competition with, I believe, a theme park in Ohio for having the most roller coasters in a single park.
I have heard that. I think they have 20 or 21, something like that.
Something like that. And I think the
Yeah.
numbers just keep growing. But if you get a chance to go on Full Throttle, it's incredible. It's a launch coaster, and it actually boasts the largest loop in the world. And you actually get launched into the loop, and as you're coming back, the car goes over the loop as well.
Oh,
I mean, there's a track, obviously there's the loop, but then like say here's the top of the loop. As the train comes back, there's a track that literally is on top of the loop and goes over it as well. And you get launched into that as well. So there's like multiple launches, and it even goes backwards in a spot. So just be aware of that.
I've heard there's maybe some 80-mile-an-hour roller coasters.
Yeah, this one's one of those.
Yeah, my friend has advised me not to wear a wig, and I was like, no.
Hey, Mom's in the house. She says you went to Six Flags Over Texas, so she's
Okay.
confirming. Yeah,
Okay, well, good.
and she's
I feel
confirming
like I
with choir,
remember.
with choir as well. Yeah,
I sort of
you
remember.
right on. And we might need to have a wild card with Universal Parks, because
I agree.
you agree, Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Universal Studios Hollywood has a special place in my heart. I have been going there ever since I was little. And I mean, the oldest attraction that I remember like absolutely getting my mind blown from was Battlestar Galactica. And I am not talking about the one that they redid in the 2000s. I'm talking about the one from the 80s, where they actually had like live actors inside shooting the Cylons and, actually going
that's
through the attraction.
cool.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was part of the tram tour. No longer there, of course. And I was
Yeah.
actually able to go there when the collapsing bridge was still an attraction on the tram tour as well, but no longer. But yeah, lots of fun. All right, guys. Well, let's see. Do we have anything scheduled for next Tuesday? I don't think we have a show scheduled yet. There will be a show. Just don't know what about yet. I think the week after that is the first week of June, and I believe that is going to be our ride-along on Peter Pan's Flight, and we'll be discussing that ride and its history and all sorts of fun little things that go along with it. But actually the next episode is on Tuesday the 2nd. That's our first episode.
I was like, June is next week.
It is. Holy cow.
We're there already.
Yeah, we are there already. So we'll figure out something fun to talk about, and then we'll of course have I think that's the one where I actually asked if James could be on our show. So that might be a special guest next week. We'll have to see. But if you are curious about what will eventually come to next week's episode and beyond, please make sure to check out our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube channels. Everywhere social media exists, we are at Main Gate Magic, and we are live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Happy to have you guys on. Ryan, Thomas, thank you for being wonderful as always, and thanks to all of our audience members for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
Go Knights, go.
Go Knights, go. Hockey, in case anybody's wondering.
Had to.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to another fun-filled episode of Main Gate Magic. We hope you enjoyed the show. It's been our pleasure bringing a little Disney magic into your life. Please remain seated while the show comes to a complete stop, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. For more information about upcoming episodes, please make sure to follow, like, and subscribe on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. You are now free to exit the show. Please watch your step, and be sure to tune in next week for more Main Gate Magic. Bye-bye.